Well, now it's time for this week's Practice Makes Perfect. And Steve, what do you got there in your hands, mate?
I've got the Swing Master.
Swing Master. Okay, tell us all about it, Stevie boy.
Yep, interesting device. What this is a cylinder on the end of a golf shaft and grip that's full of water, as you can see here. And it's designed to create resistance and a feeling of the club head as you swing, and loading the club head, storing the club head, and of course releasing it, applying the power into the golf ball. It has some different settings here. So that you fill it up with water, you unscrew this top part here very simply, and it can then be screwed back on. And you fill it up with water depending on the amount of load you wish to feel and amount of resistance you're wanting to experience. So John, I'd start you off here. I've got this set at just an average player's level here, just a men's level, not a pro level. Okay. And what I want you to do is, I want you to take your setup.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
It's pretty heavy, isn't it?
It is heavy.
Yeah, and this is what?
This is set at the men's level there.
Men's level.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So I'll get you to make your golf swing back and stop at the top. Okay. Now as you'll notice here, all the water is there. Okay. So that's giving you the feeling of the load. You should feel it in this. You're a right-handed player. You should feel it in this back right hand there. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's loading the club on that right forefinger at the top there, which is what a lot of golfers tend not to do. They tend to have it up there, and because of the water in this, it certainly gives them that feel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, really, really slowly, John, I want you to start your downswing and stop about there. Now the water is still stored. A lot of golfers tend to want to get rid of that water too soon.
The old casting thing.
Casting a throwaway, we call it.
Yeah.
Okay, you've stored the water still there, so it's still in the shaft and in this part of the club. Okay. Now at this point now, as your body unwinds, your wrist will uncock and your right arm will straighten, and all the water will go to the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's the point where we want to feel release. So we're loading the
yeah.
power, storing the power, and releasing the power.
And then it pulls you through,
It pulls you through momentum, yep.
Okay.
So what I'll get you to do now, I've taken you through that in positions, but we don't want to train with this in positions. We might simulate that as we do, but we want to ideally use this in a full motion to experience that and feel where that water comes out.
Okay.
So John, if you're doing this properly, you should feel it coming out somewhere there, which is release point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, felt that.
A little softer at the top,
yeah.
Good, but a little softer if you can, just to get this right. Good, that's better. And store and release, good.
So
and
it's
again.
not just a weight training device, is it, Steve? It's you really feel that sort of storing up here.
Yep.
And letting go down there.
Now, what I'd like you to do, and I don't normally encourage this, I'd like you to do this incorrectly for me, John.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
So actually try and throw it from the top. Okay,
Yeah,
notice your balance goes out, because the heavy object pulls you away from your centre, you'll feel your balance go out. Faulty balance is often because of faulty golf swings. If you throw out from the top with your hands, your centre will move out. You won't be able to make the golf swing that you should be making. If you do this correctly, you'll stay centred and get the release on plane.
And tell me, what are the different water levels for?
Well, we'll start you on the male level. Yeah. You're pretty big and strong.
Good on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll get you up to the advanced level as we go, training our way as we go and fill up more water each time.
Well, it's a very, very multifaceted. It looks very simple, but it's multifaceted, isn't it, Steve?
That's right.
Gives you that storing effect. It's also a weight device as well to build up those muscles. So, pretty impressive, Steve. What do you rate it, mate?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The only problem with it doesn't have a feeling of where the club face is. It purely would give you the feeling where the club head is, which is good, but it's still a little bit left to be desired.
Well, for what it is, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, Steve. So, thanks for that. This week's Practice Makes Perfect. Any more information, just go to the website for more detail.